Hi, I'm Geraint Thomas. I work for Jehu Project Services, currently working on Coverack Road in Newport, building 76 apartments over 2 apartment blocks. We are building for Newport City Homes. As part of the contract, we have to deliver TRNT, which is for a certain amount of weeks. By having the shared apprenticeships, it means we can bring apprentices from different trades in and out as the scheme develops, which means we can fulfil the allotted weeks overall with different trades and different positions.
My relationship with Jehu is that we're a subcontractor and we call it Advanced Carpentry Solutions. We're doing all the set fix carpentry work, deckings, just overall carpentry work on the building site. And been running for about 6-7 months now, I think, the set fix side of it.
My name is Davies. I work for Apprentice and I'm currently with ACS Carpentry. So we're currently set and fixing both blocks of flats, which is about 70-80 flats. So we're coming to the end of this one now. We've got another 14 flats or so to set and fix. I think carpenters are important in construction. We put up things from like the structural components, roofing, and then right down to like fine trim work, like your skirting and architraves. So I wanted to become a carpenter because I find a lot of satisfaction in this kind of work. I like to work with my hands. Yeah, there's something about the physicality of it that really appeals to me.
Apprenticeships are important within the construction industry. It gives the apprentices, the young people, whoever they may be, the opportunity to learn and develop their skills on site and in a role and under the watchful eye or the guidance of someone who's been there and done it. To any young person looking to take an apprenticeship, I encourage massively. I'd say definitely do it. If you're looking to get into construction, into a trade, it's definitely the best way to go.
My thoughts on apprenticeship is that it's a really good thing to have. It's good for them to experience what it's like being on the building site.
I chose an apprenticeship because I think it's a good balance of real world learning as well as learning in college.
I think it's much better to have the hands-on experience than just the college theory side of things. By getting your practical experience in early on site, it just gives you a lot more exposure to everything, how site works, how it runs, and I think your learning will develop massively. There's a lot of other people to work with, a lot of trades to work with.
I am currently studying at Geraint Thomas campus, working towards my level 2 in-site carpentry. I find the balance of work and my personal life is pretty good. It's fairly easy to get on with that with the working times. So I have plenty of time for myself and plenty of time in work.
Personally, I feel it's good to work with Apprentice as they've generally got a good array of apprentices that can come from different trades. It gives the apprentices a good bit of experience as well. So yeah, go into different jobs with different requirements. So on here, for example, Ryan, who we have here, he's predominantly done second fix. He's done a little bit of first fix, but predominantly second fix, installation of doors, architraves, skirtings, etc.
Once this site is finished, you can move on to another site, and it could be a complete different aspect of work. So you could be on roofs next, you could do first fix, joists, so you can do a wide array of other jobs then.
So as a main contractor, I think it's beneficial to us to have the shared apprenticeship model. We only generally have the availability of a short-term contract, so for us to take on someone full-time, they wouldn't necessarily have the right amount of learning and we wouldn't necessarily have work for them for the whole job. So it benefits both really. Us for we can use them as and when the contract's update, so we're not still paying for them, and also then it develops their learning as they can go work with another contractor and continue their development with them then.
I find the shared aspect of the White Apprentice scheme really useful. You get a lot more opportunity to move around. White Apprentice has a lot of contacts. I first started out with Burkamp, doing shuttering carpentry, and then I moved on to Merlin Homes, doing some maintenance, and then onto a level site, which was mainly roofing and joist work, and then I come here then to Jehu site, doing second fix. I didn't expect to be pouring concrete. You don't think of that as a carpenter's role, but when I was working as a shuttering carpenter, yeah, it's all about laying formworks for concrete.
The most challenging part of hosting an apprentice is pairing them with the right person, the right mentor. So, for example, with Ryan, when he joined us originally, he didn't have the quite right fit, so it affected his attitude a little bit more and his sort of want to learn. We changed to Supervisor then, and since then he's come on leaps and bounds, and his attitude's changed completely. So yeah, finding the right person to fit the right role, really.
Put his door stop on the one with the parker.
Yeah.
Make sure the door's shut tight. And put one little parker there. Pin it. Yeah. Same there. One little parker. Pin it. All the way up, yeah?
Yeah.
Now go on it. Just make sure you keep the door shut.
One like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say yeah, sunrise. And put a pin in it for Rowan. Just over there. That's it. One by the angle, that's perfect there. Brilliant, yes. Right, yeah, son. Job done. That's our one in, and then that should. That's perfect. Yeah. There we are. Brilliant job. Someone from Apprentice arrived on site, and we went up to the offices and had a review, had a sit down, and we spoke about what he's done and his work ethic and how good he was getting. And then he came up on site as well then to see his work firsthand. So that's another good thing about Apprentice. They actually take their time to turn up and they can see the progression themselves then. Obviously I've had Ryan with me now for 6-7 months maybe. He seems to say good things about Apprentice as well, and if you ever have a problem, you just get in contact with him. And yeah, so I think he's got another 2 months here, I think he said, and he's going to try something else, which is good. He got them options at the end, just tied to one aspect of carpentry.
I get on the site with the site team really well. Site managers are really helpful. Labourers are all friendly, and yeah, it's a good atmosphere. I'm most looking forward to having that confidence to work by myself and to know what I'm going to be doing, to have those skills to get me through the job basically.
When he started, he didn't do much centre fix carpentry at all, but he's at the stage now, there's not much more to show him. I could probably put him in a flat and he could set and fix everything himself.
As part of the qualities required, say just be willing to learn, ask questions, no question, just stupid question, and just make sure that you're proactive and you actually appear like you want to be there, not just you're there for the ride. You just make sure that you are willing to progress and learn yourself for your own development.
Brian has a very good work ethic. He's always in work, never late, never one of them who wants to rush off home. He's happy to do whatever. And yeah, he wants to learn, which makes it easier. So you don't mind taking the time to show him how to do stuff correct then.
Main attributes really is just the will to work and not being afraid to ask questions. I think if they're happy and they've got the right attitude, the right will towards work, and they show a lot of promise, then that's the best of anyone. I think someone like that is more likely to be taken on more full time and go a lot further in their career. By hosting an apprentice, it's really satisfying to watch them develop their skills and progress as the scheme develops. Obviously you've got to give a bit of encouragement and give them a pat on the back where required and be there for them when they need a bit of help. I think if you were another company looking to take on an apprentice, I'd just say make sure you've got the right fit really, so make sure you've got the right mentor who's willing to spend time with the apprentice and go through what the requirements are, and basically make sure it works for both parties.
I would recommend my apprentice to others because they do have a lot of contacts. They can find the work for you that you need to carry out for your MVQ, and yeah, they're a really good team to be working with. I think my favourite thing of the apprenticeship so far, I think it's just been the site experience and learning something new every day. I think this apprenticeship has helped me, it made me realise what I can do. In the future I'd hopefully like to be employed by myself, so property development is one thing I'd really like to go into, so I think this has set me up for giving me those skills to go into that. The advice I'd give to my younger self is definitely get into this earlier. You know, I'm 26 now, so I'm quite old to be an apprentice, so I always think back, if I did this straight out of school, then where would I be now?
And it'll be a job there for him if he does good, I think.